Hey, how you doing today? My name is Relia, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today, we're going to look at the top 12 PSAs in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If you don't know, a PSA is a public service announcement. Users on Reddit will share different tips and tricks that they found. Sometimes it is finding secret dialogue, and other times it is different ways to solve puzzles or tricks that you might not have found on your own. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first PSA that we're going to go over is how to farm dragon horns. These are super useful because you can add them to recipes and make the status effect of your recipe last for an entire 30 minutes. They can also be sold for a lot of rupees. The first thing you need to do is go to the Shoda Shra Shrine in the southern part of the map. From there, go ahead and make your way up the waterfall. And set up camp underneath this palm tree right here. As long as the wood is set up underneath the palm frond, your campfires are not going to get put out by the rain. Go ahead and sleep till morning. You're going to find that a dragon spawns every single morning. From this position, you do not need a long-range bow. You just need to aim in front of the dragon's horn. You'll hit it every time. As soon as the dragon horn comes off of the dragon's horn, you can go ahead and start sleeping until morning and then pick them all up once you have about 10 dragon horns on the ground. If you want to know the best recipes to add dragon horns to, go ahead and click on the playlist above. Our second PSA is extra poses while holding on to the camera rune in Breath of the Wild. If you hold the ZL during the selfie mode with the camera rune, you can do 4 additional poses. You can hold on to 11 fairies at any given time. All you have to do is head over to a fairy fountain, hold all the fairies in your inventory, and what that'll do is allow that fairy fountain to spawn more fairies. The game thinks that fairies in your hand are not actually in your inventory. I thought this one was pretty self-explanatory, but you shouldn't use bomb arrows in areas that you can catch on fire, like Death Mountain. Yep, this one checks out. When using the target rune, targets are orange if they're not in your compendium. Take a picture. Alright, this one I legitimately didn't know was a thing. You can actually use gear to target those regular small switches. This PSA says that you can use one large weapon to go ahead and trigger a switch, but what I found out with a little bit of testing is that you can use 2 shields, 2 bows, or 2 small weapons to also trigger a switch. I thought that was pretty cool. Go ahead and test it out for yourself. PSA 7 is don't be dumb, you know? I actually had this happen to me, and this is why it's being included. In the Melting Ice Shrine in the southwest part of the map, there is a shrine where you have to carry an ice block through the entire area. And what happens is, if you're holding on to a flame sword, you can't see the flame sword on your back, but it will melt that ice. So it's one of those things where it can be really easy to miss. This next PSA, we go over how to find some secret dialogue. I don't know if you remember that little old lady in Kakariko Village who always gets so upset every time you run over on her plum trees. It's sacred ground to her, and they were planted when she was born. Well, it turns out that if you destroy every one of those trees, she has nothing left to live for. You can actually become a total monster in this game. All it does is give you a little extra secret dialogue. This is another one that I wish I knew earlier, because apparently the Royal Guard outfit is really, really useful. When you wear all 3 pieces, it actually gives you the ability to charge your sword faster using less stamina. You get the swim ability using less stamina. And you can also climb, like having the rock climbing gear on, using less stamina when you're doing your jump. This thing is an all-around really, really great outfit. PSA number 10 is being able to use a Magnesia-powered boat. Basically, you pick up a large weapon or anything metal in general, stand next to your boat, and push forward. And you're going to be flying through the water. Apparently, birds will give away shrine locations. If you look up in the sky and you see a bunch of birds circling, look below it. A lot of times there's a shrine down there. We saved the best PSA for last. Somebody found out how to add the Ancient Shield smoothness, slickness, sliding ability, if you will, to any other shield. So basically, all you have to do is have an Ancient Shield in your inventory, and any other shield can slide just as fast as the Ancient Shield. So what you do is hold onto your ancient shield. Once you get your feet onto the shield, switch to a different shield. You will now degrade your regular shield, but the shield has the sliding properties of the ancient shield. This is really cool because now you don't have to break ancient shields just by sliding around, and you can go down Death Mountain full speed having a blast. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below if you learned anything new today. I do my best to reply to every single comment. I love hearing from you guys. Hopefully I'll talk to you again more soon. Thanks.